Hello and welcome to Lawyered Up. I'm your host, Patrick McGeehan, and I'm a Florida trial lawyer. So what does that mean? You might ask yourself. It simply means I represent clients in the trial level courts of Florida, both the circuit and the county courts. Everything from felonies all the way down to county ordinance violations. Most of my practice centers around criminal defense. I did some family law up until recently, but it's mainly criminal defense. I still do a lot of the violence injunctions, a lot of restraining order cases and the like, but mostly I'm doing criminal defense now, and I have been doing criminal defense for ever since I became a lawyer back in 2007, I think it was. Anyway, I've been encouraged by my friends to start this channel to depart some knowledge. I get a lot of questions, Second Amendment questions, use of force questions, uh, shooting questions, police shooting questions, defensive shooting questions, all kinds of stuff that is becoming such a volume that I think it's time to start putting it out, putting the information out in mass. Now, one thing I always look for when somebody is telling me something, whether it's a training class, a college class, or some type of course I'm taking, is what is the background of the person relaying the knowledge. So let me take a minute to introduce myself and tell you about my background. When I was 20 years old, I got hired as a police officer by Miami-Dade County Police Department. I get a modest amount of training, sent out on the road with a .38 caliber revolver to enforce the laws of the state and the county. It was, needless to say, an eye-opening experience, like nothing I had ever experienced before. It was certainly a point where I grew up in those first few years. I've seen the carnage that man can inflict upon his fellow man. I've seen people shot and killed with all calibers of guns. I've plugged bullet holes. I've delivered babies. I've pulled people out of burning cars, people out of burning houses, uh, seen people torn apart in car accidents, seen people torn apart in industrial accidents. Being in Miami-Dade County, being a policeman during the 80s and 90s, the cocaine cowboys were still in full swing. There were guns everywhere, money everywhere, crack cocaine everywhere. It was routine to run into these things, get in car chases. When you're 20 years old, it's very exciting. Uh, and we'll just leave it at that. I've seen the use of deadly force. I've been to a lot of police shootings. I've had deadly force used against me. I've used deadly force. I was also one of the on-call shooting counsels for a local police organization, and my office was primarily located in Miami-Dade County, and I did Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, and sometimes down in Monroe County in the Keys. So that's my background. Now I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing law since 2007, and it's another eye-opening experience. Having those two occupations has allowed me to develop a very unique set of friends and acquaintances and clients. I've represented other attorneys, I've represented a bunch of police officers, but most of the people I've represented are people like you and me, just people that get tangled up in the law, made a bad decision, otherwise they're good people, and that falls in with my philosophy of a lot of criminal defendants. Not all of them, but a lot of them are simply just good people that something bad has happened to, or they made a poor decision or a very bad decision, and they get jammed up for it. And I represent them to the best of my ability. I fight as hard as I can in the trial courts, and the chips basically fall where they will. I have a lot of satisfied clients. A lot of them have come on to be friends, lifelong friends. Some of them I'm very, very close to, as I am my police brothers and sisters. I'm a very big supporter of the police. I'm a very big proponent of the Second Amendment, and I'm a very big proponent of the right to defend yourself with a firearm when it is reasonable and necessary. So thank you for coming and spending some time with me. I'm truly blessed and honored that you would take time out from your day to listen to me ramble here, but we'll get to it. Watch out for the next video, and if you love the content, if you even like the content, please like it and subscribe. Thank you.